you can they're at their all-time lowest price. So I think outside of Tapu Lele, like, you don't want to build Rayquaza. Rayquaza is not a good budget deck. However, for the next format, probably Malamar is a good budget deck. I would recommend spending on 2 Tapu Leles at least, though. I would recommend. And Random Zoroark, I can't stream on YouTube. Yeah, I can't stream on YouTube because unfortunately I can't stream on YouTube because I have a contract with Twitch now, since I'm a partner. Yeah, so I actually cannot stream on YouTube. But the links to donate are down below. If you wanted to go ahead and do that, it would be very appreciated. But yeah, unfortunately I can't stream on YouTube anymore because I have a contract with Twitch that I can only stream on one platform, yeah, which is theirs, because I'm a Twitch partner. But thank you so much for considering donating. This deck, you mean... Wow, what a hand. By this deck, you mean Rayquaza Garb? Jeez, this is a really bad hand. I think I'm gonna Sycamore and just gonna hope to hit Rayquazas and then Latias. Yeah, so I'm gonna get rid of all the energy. My opponent is playing Weavile, Trashalanche. So definitely not a great matchup. Oh, and we whiff the Elixir. Okay, that's fair. That is fair. Yeah, I think that would be an okay assessment, I guess. I mean, I just hope I get to keep my Latias. Only 2 item cards, so my Latias should survive this next turn, right? My Latias should survive this next turn. I do hit an energy. I once again lose a Wishful Baton. Here, I win the other Elixir. Jeez. I can't catch a break. Do I think Buzzrug is good post-rotation? Probably. I think so, yeah. It definitely loses power, but I think it is still good post-rotation. And... Hello, Jesus Web. Have I played with the new Metagross with Steven's Resolve? No, not yet. Definitely a deck that seems interesting, but I have not been able to play it just yet. This is really strange though, because I mean, I would assume my opponent is not playing Garbotoxin, but if I set up my Garbotoxin, then nothing has abilities, and then Weavile is dealing 0 damage, or 50 damage rather. Consider dropping off to 1/1 Garb. Like, how would that be helping my case in these situations? I'm drawing very awkwardly, but it's not like I'm having like Garbodor pieces get in the way. And playing more than 14 energy just seems like playing way too scared. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 item cards. My opponent cannot KO Latias here. Weavile Garb indeed. Okay, so there's Trashalanche hitting for 120. So we have another turn to load up here, which is good. I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead and attach here, and then we'll Sycamore. What's your opinion, Zoroark Gardevoir post-rotation? Potentially a very good deck. Potentially a very good deck. I'm going to discard these 2. I'm going to grab this. And we're hoping my opponent doesn't have a Guzma. If he does, we are in a lot of trouble here. If he does, we are in fact in a lot of trouble. I could get another Ray, but I don't think I should. I'm just gonna Dreamy Mist. And yeah, non-GXs is gonna be a big deal versus my GX attackers. Yeah. What do you mean, Random Zoroark? What do you mean, how's my internet's top 8 list? Do you think that Psychic Malamar doesn't have the best chance in the current meta? No, definitely not, because Zoark is huge. Zoark is everywhere. Cynthia seems to drag you back, indeed. But I don't want to discard another Kuzma. Like, what other good supporter is there out there? Like, Sycamore is the best supporter, and then I think Cynthia is your best bet. So Zora Gardevoir, possibly good post-rotation. Captivating Puff, that's fine. Shrine of Punishment, that's annoying. And Trash Challenge, that's fair, I guess. Oh, right, Zorogarb. Zorogarb is pretty good. Zorogarb is pretty good. Random Zork. How's Wobstall for Worlds? Not ideal. Okay, I think I set up Garb here to protect myself from Weavile. The issue is that other Trash Challenge is right there staring me at the face. Nothing I can do about it though. Like, I'd rather just have to deal with Trash Challenge. Oh my gosh. I priced my 2 Carbotoxins. Jeez. I actually priced my 2 Carbotoxins. Okay. That's a thing, I guess. That's a thing. Let's get that one. How? You think Puzzle is going to be... I think it's going to be less powerful, yes. I do think it's going to be less powerful. I do agree it's going to be less powerful. I think I just attack here now, right? This sucks though. Okay. Yeah, but like generally guys, I can't tell you any good responses about post-rotation right now because it hasn't happened and I'm thinking of Worlds. So I have no clue what's going to happen post-rotation. That's a reality. I have absolutely no clue what's going to happen post-rotation. That's a reality because, and I won't think and I won't talk about post-rotation and what's viable and whatnot until after Worlds because I want to focus on Worlds. I want to win Worlds. Yeah, that's my goal, to win Worlds. So, okay, if we had Garbotoxin, we could prevent Weavile from actually destroying us. Yeah? If we had Garbotoxin here, we would actually have a genuine chance to win this game. Because we don't have Garbotoxin, I don't think we have a chance. I don't think we have a shot here. I'm gonna wait until I can end my opponent down to 1 card next turn. Can I get a Garbotoxin, please? There we go. Yeah, N plus Garbotoxin down to 1 should be good enough, maybe, to close out this game. Yeah, very big, maybe. Buzzgarb, a good choice for Worlds? I don't think so. I think, well, I mean, it's an okay choice. Not the best, but not the worst either. I like Raygarb, I like Buzzrock, and I like Zorogarb. Those are my top 3 decks. Thank you so much for the good luck at Worlds. And we get End. Oh, why? Why do we get End? Okay, my opponent didn't attach an energy though. We have the End. We can get Garbotoxin. And even if we don't, my opponent still has to find a Rainbow Energy. But can we please get a Garbotoxin? Pretty please. Let me get a Garbotoxin. Ah, thank you. Thank you so much, top deck people. Thank you so much, top deck people. I don't need any more energy down, honestly, at this point. Just gonna do this, and then I'll end my opponent down to 1. Okay. Okay. So, is there merit to removing the stadium? I'm not gonna do that. I think... Okay. I take a KO here. I think I'm gonna remove the stadium and the float stone to not give my opponent that flexibility. Yeah, Team by Pokemon, thank you so much for the host. Very kind of you. I'll Dragon Break for the KO. We won a lot of League Cups, very nice. What's my most memorable match? My most memorable match is probably my my Nationals winning match. That was a pretty cool match. My Nationals winning match is probably my most memorable match. Because I became national champion. You know, I became the last national champion of Mexico. And to 1. My opponents never draw past when I end them down to 1. Guard being down means only field blower Rainbow wins my opponent the game. Doesn't Buzzcarp help counter almost everything in the meta though? Not quite. I wouldn't say so. Okay. My opponent will hit me for 80. Oh no, wait. Wait, what? Oh, he puts me to sleep and I stay asleep. You are kidding me. You are actually kidding me. My opponent puts me to sleep and I stay asleep. Of course. Pass. Okay, we wake up. We're gonna be put to sleep again. Oh. Thank you. There's the IT win again. Okay, we wake up. Perfect. Perfect. Now basically we're looking for a Kuzma. And thanks so much for the follow, Emo. Energy. Do I even have a Kuzma left? I don't. I do not have a Kuzma left. I do not have an energy left. So if my opponent finds... Well, I guess we do have a Float Zone left, so never mind. Oh, there's a Kuzma. Okay, so we win next turn. We win next turn unless my opponent finds a way to KO for the last prize. Escape board. There's the Sycamore top deck. Does my opponent play Field Blower? Does he get it here? He hasn't played a single one yet. Is he going to put us to sleep again? Oh, this does 60 damage to each Pokemon that has an ability. It only attacks this Garb though. Whew. Seems like we have this one. Seems like we have this one after a lot of struggling. Yep, there's the energy. I mean, you do go for it, right? You put 60 there, and then you hope you find a way to deal 40 damage there. However, we are going to Kuzma and win. Hope he doesn't have Kartana. I mean, he generally could have had Kartana. Generally, that deck would not be... I would not be surprised if that deck ran Kartana. I would definitely not be surprised if that deck ran Kartana. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so we got a win against that. Pretty cool deck, honestly. That was a pretty cool deck. Okay. And so, we are already 5 games in. And I definitely did not expect to be 5 games in 50 minutes into the stream. So it's probably gonna be more than 9 games. Yeah. Agree. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Thanks to the shrine, yeah, thanks to the shrine. The damage from the shrine actually ended up being relevant. You know, the damage from the shrine actually ended up being quite relevant. Okay, so let's see who else we find in the ladder. It might be 15 games of Rayquaza. Might be 12. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so get an okay start, not the best. Horrorblind, I already played Caesar GX. I actually played it yesterday. If you wanted to check it out, my list probably not the most optimal list. Ooh, turn 1 immediately the parallel, very annoying. Okay, my opponent whiffs. That's good. That is definitely good. And I did not like Scissor GX. I built it like straightforward, just quad Scissor GX. Definitely wasn't a big fan of it. Energy there. Floatstone the active. And pass. No draw supporter for my opponent. Interesting. I do top deck that, which is nice. I don't think I'm gonna give my opponent the end though. He didn't play a draw supporter, and I mean, well, if you don't have a draw supporter, then you Mysterious Treasure for a Lele, not for a Ray. This is hard. Okay, I definitely play this though. This might make his plans a little bit awkward here. I think I go for Lele. I definitely think I go for Lele here. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab Lele. I think I'm either gonna Lily. I'm gonna Floatstone this guy. I'm gonna Lele for... I think I'm gonna Lele for Lily. I think that makes sense. So I'm only gonna draw 5, but I do have... I was hoping to get energy. Jeez. I was hoping to get some energy. I think I just get rid of the 2 cards here. Really? I just wanted some energy. I wanted 1 energy. Ideally 2, but I wanted 1 energy. Please let me discard an energy here. Okay. I do discard an energy along with a Ray. Along with an elixir. Grass? Yes, grass. Okay, so we can Tempest. We can Tempest here, and I think that's the right play, actually. I think Tempest is the right play. I do think Scissor has potential. Like, I can see how Scissor is very good. Yeah, against things like Zoroark decks. But I probably, like, I need to work on a different build than the one I used before. Okay, no Ultra Ball, no Mysterious Treasure, so I can't get back a Ray, but there's no guarantee that I'm even gonna get anything. I'm still gonna go for it, and I think my play this turn is probably going to be to attack with Latias if I can. Well, I technically can, right? I technically can. And then that lets my opponent Tempest, but I'd be okay with him using Tempest here. I don't have KO on Latias. So do I go here? Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna bench the Trubbish. I'm gonna Sycamore. I'm hoping for a Floatstone. There we go. Perfect. This is absolutely perfect. I'm gonna Elixir. It will hit. And we're in a mighty fine position, I think. I'm gonna end up using Latias here. And then I have the Guzmas to control the field and make sure I eliminate a bunch of energy. So this is looking pretty good. I think I just... Yeah, I want... Well, obviously I want all 3 energy. So lightning, and then that guy gets the grass. Okay, so we're fully set up now. Took us a while to get there, but we are fully set up. I was thinking of playing Scissor with Elixirs, Unit Energy. I'll discard the Ray, that's fine. I mean the Lele, that's fine. And my opponent finally top decks a Cynthia. I'm glad I didn't bench that last Ray. I'm glad I didn't bench that last Ray to make sure that Primal City didn't put in the work. My opponent will retreat, and is he going to Tempest? Or is he going to Dragon Break for 90? No, he will Tempest, okay. He will Tempest. Does reveal that he's playing Fighting Fury Belt. And basically, Fighting Fury Belt and Primal Cities, I assume my opponent has Tapu Koko GX. Right? I assume my opponent has Tapu Koko GX, but that is okay, because my opponent is about to lose all his energy. My opponent is about to lose all his energy from play. Off of this Dragon Break, he's gonna have to reload. Very, like... he's gonna have to reload with Latias, probably maybe for more than one turn. Sí, claro que conozco a Gaia Storm el canal, no los conozco personalmente, pero sí los conozco. Scissor Metagross deck, I don't think Metagross is the best partner for Scissor. I don't know, like Scissor with Metal Frying Pan seems really good. You know, Scissor with Metal Frying Pan seems really good. If my opponent doesn't end me, which I assume he will, off of that Ultra Ball, unless he decides to play another Ray, the consistent Kuzmas is gonna end up working out nicely for us here. And once again, there's the Tapu Koko GX, right? He got both energy. Ooh, decides to attach to the Rayquaza. That feels like a misplay. I mean, I guess his plan is not to use Tapu Koko GX this turn then. He's gonna Cynthia, not even gonna end me. He lost one N in the process of doing all of this. And goes for the Cynthia. So why reveal the Tapu Koko? Why even reveal the Tapu Koko? And decide to attach to the bench. Okay. So I'm just gonna eliminate 2 more energy and that's gonna be the game. That is 100% going to be the game, I feel. Gonna Dragon Break. Blue, thank you so much for the follow. There's nothing else we could have done there. Too thin or whatnot. Generally nothing else we could have done. We have the Kuzmas, we have Mysterious Treasure for Lele for Kuzma, although we don't have Lele, so I should be putting the Leles back. And there's a Sycamore, so that's game. The Sycamore means that is juego. Okay. What are my top decks for post-rotation? ASAP, I have no answer to that. I'm focusing on Worlds, I want to win Worlds, I want to practice for Worlds. So post-rotation does not exist for me until after Worlds. Yeah, so I can't tell you, generally, what are some good post-rotation decks. An educated guess would be Malamar is going to be incredibly strong, but that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much my best and only guess that I have at this point. Cameralo, yeah, that's a crazy cool Weavile deck though. That's a pretty cool Weavile deck. Pretty cool Weavile deck. Okay, so we are 3-3 with Raycarb. We're making a comeback, guys. We are making a comeback. ¿Qué deck creo que ganará el mundial? Ojalá el que yo esté usando. Really hard to tell which deck is going to win Worlds. Like Zoroark decks have a good chance, Rayquaza decks have a good chance, Puzzle decks have a good chance. Do I think that Guardy will win Worlds again? Definitely not. Definitely no. List, team by Pokemon, I showed it at the beginning. You can take a look at it in my video. On Rayquaza Garb, you just need to substitute the 2 red cards for 2 field lowers, and that's it. If you like Tord or Azul is going to win Worlds, well, I beat Tord last year at Worlds, and I beat Azul twice this season, so I think I have a good chance. Okay, so we're gonna start off with a Ray. Against a Zoroark deck. Yeah, Stefan has been doing well. Reverse Valley, annoying. Is my opponent going to end here? Yep, end. What deck am I leaning towards for World so far in my testing? My top 3 choices right now, as of today, still more than 2 weeks away. Zoroark Garbodor, Rayquaza Garbodor, and ooh, we have a chance to dunk here. And Puzzle Lycanroc. Who are these noobs you speak of? Right. Okay. So my opponent has to go for the puzzle. Ooh, I get the double elixir. Oops. I get the double elixir. But not quite a well played. If I had a basic Pokemon, then maybe. If I had a Lele, I could dunk with a Lele, but I'm not gonna dunk. I'm not going to end up dunking here. How does pure Rayquaza GX beat Zorogarb? I don't think you do. I don't think you can beat Zorogarb with pure Rayquaza. It's really tough. It's definitely very tough. I'm gonna Tempest here. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna Tempest this turn just to get a brand new hand. Yeah, Trash Avalanche is Rayquaza's worst nightmare. Oh jeez. And so is doing this. So is whiffing on Stormy Winds. This list does play Max Elixir. Why would I not play Max Elixir? Okay. So we have the option to Sycamore away the energy and power up through Latias. We do have that option. We'll have to see though. And not Zoroark? No, not Zoroark. I think the 2 energy requirements for Lycanroc with no way to advance the energy attachments is a bit too slow in this format. Crushing Hammer and Flip's Head. Jeez. Crushing Hammer. Ooh, decides to discard the bench energy though. Interesting. Replaces his stadium with a parallel. That's fine. That is completely fine. Goes for Lele, I'd imagine, for Bridget here. Am I sad that Elixir is rotating? I'm not sad. Like, every year we have different cards, different formats. Yes, it sucks to lose some cards, but it's what happens every single year, so I don't get sad about losing cards. Wow, it chooses to end instead of Bridget. Okay, we do have Blower. We'll trade. Savage, I mentioned already, I would love to use, like, my top options for worlds are Zorogarb, Rayquaza Garb, and Buzzrock. Hello, Tama Drummer, thanks so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here, and right, just bidding for 60, so nothing too impactful. I have 3 energy, well, 1 energy rather in the discard. I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna Blower. Just that, of course. And I think I'm gonna... I mean, I have to, right? Do I Sycamore and assume I'm going to get an energy? Yes, right? Odds are I'm going to get an energy. Yes. I get 4 energy, in fact. I get 4 energy, in fact. So I'm gonna retreat. I'm gonna Dreamy Mist. And I'm gonna do yellow, green, green. Yellow, green, green. My opponent to knock me out needs a full bench, a Guzma, and a way to retreat to knock out this Rayquaza. What does Zorogarb lose to again? I think it has issues with dealing with Lycanroc GX. If you manage to Danger Stroke with 2 basic energy, or if you Danger Stroke with 3 basic energy, I think Buzzle is still not the best matchup for Zorogarb. I think Buzzrock is still not the best matchup for Zorogarb. Okay, we're gonna see an Ultra Ball. Discarding Macargo and Delinquent. So it is Zoroark Macargo. It is that deck. My opponent off to a very slow start though. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 energy in play. Zoroark variants aren't too afraid to hit Scizor. Yeah, Scizor GX, like in theory it should do well against what's the word? Against Zoroark decks. Maybe Scissor, like with Trash Challenge, could be good. Trash Challenge to deal with the 1-hit KO deck Ray, and then Scissor to deal with everything else. And Trash Challenge helps you with Buzzwole. That doesn't sound half bad. That actually doesn't sound half bad. Oh geez, another parallel city. So we're not gonna set up Garb this turn. Trades away the max potion, which is good. Is that a single puzzle or a double puzzle? Scissor Trash Challenge. It doesn't sound bad, honestly. It doesn't sound bad. And Righteous Bidding 480. That's fine. We have KO here. My opponent doesn't have a response to that. My opponent generally does not have a response to that. And I don't even want a Sycamore here. But should I? Because if I Sycamore, I do get closer to the Kuzma, so I am going to Sycamore. I don't need to, but I will. Just to get closer to the Kuzmas that I did not draw. I have one Floatstone left. I think I'm gonna save this hand. Well, yeah, my opponent says well played. That's the game. He was too far behind at that point. His start was just very underwhelming in the beginning. And finally we're positive with Raygarb. Finally we are positive with Raygarb. Quad Sigilyph GX. Isn't Sigilyph coming out in November? Yes, right? So it's still a long ways to go. Hello Collapsing Gribble, thanks so much for being here. And let's keep playing with Raygarb. We're just grinding out games today. We are 4-3 so far. We've played 7 games in an hour and 10 minutes. That's pretty big. Honestly, that's pretty big. Okay. Weird hand. If this had been Latias, it actually would have been okay, I guess. And we're gonna start Ray yet again, and we're up against Zorogarb. I guess this makes sense, right? Like, Ray is a very hyped deck right now, and people want to use Ray, and if you don't have Ray and you're grinding the ladder, then you can play Zorogarb, which is a direct counter to the Ray, right? I think that makes sense. Okay, I have KO on Zorua, honestly. I have KO turn 1 on Zorua. When it loses to Zoroark control because of all the energy discarding, potentially. Well, like you could load up Scissor GX with like 3 metal energy or something. You could definitely do that. And wow, my opponent chooses not to even set up 1 Trubbish. Okay. That's a cool card to get. We do have 1 reprised. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. We just discarded the other Ray. I literally just discarded the other Ray. So do I even bother? No. I wanna apply pressure to the Zorua right away. Especially since I lost a RAYQUAZA right there. And I have the other one priced. This is a horrible hand. But we're gonna pressure here. We're gonna price turn 1. Hopefully it's a Ray. It's a stretcher, so it's technically a RAYQUAZA. And we didn't use too many item cards, only 3. Yeah. We get End. Oh. We need those rescue stretchers. We need those rescue stretchers. Okay, there's 1 rescue stretcher. So as long as I find 1 elixir, I could actually end up knocking out this Lele. If I find 1 elixir. And hit it, of course. Which is not too unreasonable. Would Scissor GX be good with Zoroark, maybe? Probably not. I don't see too much synergy there. Okay. So then I'm going to rescue Stretcher back the Ray. And once again, guys, I don't know. I can't give you genuine thoughts of post-rotation. I genuinely can't, guys. Until after Worlds, post-rotation doesn't exist for me. Yeah, that's the reality. Post-rotation does not exist for me until after Worlds. I'm trying to win Worlds. So thinking about post-rotation doesn't do me any good. Okay? That's the genuine answer. Okay, this, and then I'm gonna Sycamore. If I hit my Elixir here, that would be awesome. Elixir plus Wishful Baton is a dream, though. Elixir plus Wishful Baton is a dream. Only Wishful Baton, though. Okay. So I'm gonna attach it, and I'm gonna hit for 150. And the next turn, probably gonna have to load up with LTS. Unless I don't lose the energy. Unless my opponent doesn't find Wishful Baton. I mean, doesn't find Field Lore. Is what I mean. So yeah, guys, sorry. I wish I was more insightful about after rotation, but it's just not good. Not a good use of my time to think about post rotation when I'm trying to win Worlds. You know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 item cards. That's the dream, Tama Drummer. That's the dream. That is the dream. Okay, is that a single puzzle? No, that has to be double puzzle, right? Maybe for N plus Trubbish? I'd assume, yeah, N plus Trubbish. There we are. So I don't mind the N too much. Yeah, the DC there means my opponent is going to try and knock me out with Zorg. Well, not try. He is going to knock me out with Zorg. We're just hoping my opponent doesn't hit Field Lower here. We need him not to hit Field Lower. Especially because this hand sucks big time. Based on every game though. Okay, my opponent doesn't hit Field Lore. That's great. That is actually great. Zoro Lucario is a pretty good choice, Tama Drummer, I think. I think Zoro Lucario is a good deck if the meta is filled with Zoroark variants. I do think it's decent. I do think it's a decent call. If you wanted to go with that. What got me into Pokemon? I've always liked playing video games, so I started off with a Pokemon video game. And Pigandara, thanks so much for the follow. I started off with a Pokemon video game, and then like I was really into Tamagotchis back then. I don't know if you guys know what they are, but when I read the article about sets up Garbotoxin. When I read the article about Pokemon, it seemed to me like it was a Tamagotchi game, but where you battled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, where you battled with your Tamagotchis, if you will, which were like little creatures, right? So that seemed really cool. That honestly seemed really cool. Okay, do I try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Only 5 item cards. No, 6 item cards now. That would be the 7th. So as long as I don't play any item card, I will be golden here. So I'm not gonna play. Yeah. I'm not gonna play any item cards. I'm just gonna Dragon Break here. And my opponent doesn't have traits anymore. He shouldn't be able to knock out my Rayquaza, and therefore I should have knockout on a Zoroark next turn. And I'll be down to 1 prize. So yeah, I got into the game because of that. I played it on the Game Boy. And then I read about the cards and I started collecting them, and then I found out how to play with them, and then I started going to tournaments because I'm very competitive, and I got my butt kicked many times in the beginning, but I learned every time and I made changes to my decks every time. And then by the time I was 14 years old, I was winning every tournament here in Mexico, and then the tournament circuit started, and the rest is history, I guess. Ray with Garbodor, not the best match. Nick, what do you mean? What's my favorite Pokemon? My favorite Pokemon? That's 10 short, right? Yes, that's 10 short. That's good. Oh no, that's 30 short. Never mind. Now there's no more threat of Trash Avalanche, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and I will hit, which is awesome. And I'm gonna attach an energy here, and then I think I do want to Pulpet now. I want to Pulpet the Kuzma and the Sycamore. I would love to draw either of those two cards. I'm gonna retreat into this amigo, and I'm gonna Float Stone the Lele, and I'm going to Dragon Break for the KO. Go down to 2 prizes, and then my opponent needs Guzma to knock this guy out, but this Guzma doesn't seal it, so I'm gonna be 1 energy short. I'm gonna be 1 energy short of the knockout, unless my opponent benches out Lele. Yeah, he has the Guzma, that's fair. He has the Guzma, but this is fine, honestly. This is actually okay. He doesn't seem to have N. He might have N, but he doesn't seem to have N. Basically, I'm gonna hit for 180, and then my opponent won't be able to get a KO, right? I don't want to knock out the Garbotoxin. I don't want to discard my energy. So I'm just gonna Dragon Break for 180, 30 short. But then I can pursue anything anywhere next turn with a Guzma, or 1 energy gets me the KO with Dragon Break next turn. And what's my favorite Pokemon? My favorite Pokemon is probably Nidoqueen, because it was the first Pokemon that I had international success with. Ooh, goes for a Delinquent. That should be game. That is in fact game. I have Energy Kuzma. I have Energy Kuzma and decides to draw pass. So I'm gonna show him that I had the right cards to get the win. And Dragon Break for my last 2 prizes. GG. Okay, so we beat our worst matchup here. We beat our worst matchup. We're on a winning streak.